You can spit acid on him if you want to.
Hey guys, just wanted to start by saying thank you. Thank you to everyone that's been following, that's been reaching out, letting me know how inspiring it is, right, for me to get in front of the camera and talk about things that they're not familiar with and that a lot of people need help with. Thank you everyone that's been reaching out and asking questions and being really open about things that a lot of people are not open about, right? As a professional, my job's not here to judge you, right? I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to criticize you, right? Everything that I talk about with anyone that needs help is completely confidential. And I just want you guys to understand that I will work hard day in and day out to make sure that I can help you in any way possible. If you need a friend, if you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to listen, everyone's going through problems. Everyone's going through their own, their own demons, their own battles, and, you're not alone. And so this video is more so just wanted to just reach out to you guys and let you know that, everything, when it comes to financial success and when it comes to really, doing great things in life, it starts with your mental health, right? It starts with the attitude, right? It starts with winning. It's becoming a winner and understanding what it takes to do that. It's about finding the happy medium, enjoying your life, and also putting in the work where you need to put the work in to get far in life. And what I wanted to share with you today, I'm right here in the parking lot of my job and just got back from some time off, and I just been reflecting on my time with the company. It's just been amazing, man. And the roads, right, what got me here. So just want to kind of take it back to before my banking career and get into when I started working for a medical device company. So when I was working for this medical device company, I started at a $14.25 hourly wage, working. It was a 30-hour work week. Now you guys do the math, that's somewhere around like $23,000. And so obviously not satisfied with that. I worked my ass off to get to where I needed to be now, right? And that was understanding the metrics, understanding what's being measured, right? What is being calculated, and finding ways to meet those, and surpass the goals. For me, anyone that is sales driven, right? They love to see a goal and they love to crush it. And that to me started from when I was in the gym. And although I packed all the weight back on, at one point I did lose 90 pounds in about 2 years. So I was always hungry for the next goal. And that's what led me to my hunger in succeeding in life. And, I guess finding ways to improve and do better. So making about $23,000, I had to learn, okay, how can I make more money? And that's all right. Understanding the audit. There was an audit, right? Because I worked for this medical device company. We were audited based on scripting, based on service provided, based on tone, and just based on overall effectiveness of the call, right? And I knew, okay, wow, so I can make extra. It was like $600 or so every 3 months on a quarterly basis. We would get our audits, and I was like, all right, cool, more money. But that led me to being so obsessed with being the best. Now, I didn't take the most calls, and I wasn't the best, right, at my audits. I mean, they were always amazing. For the most part, hundreds, a couple of times I had a couple hiccups, not the best at all times, right? But I strive for it. And that allowed me to, really work on persistence and being consistent. The two key factors in getting ahead in life. Being persistent. If something fails, try something new. If you fall, you get back up. If something doesn't work out, all right, like come up with a new game plan, right? It's not about giving up. It's about being persistent. And when you find what's working, being consistent in your routines, right? Write down your goals on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and really start honing in on those skills to be the best. So that's what I did, right? Over here, I was 20 years old and worked hard, a lot of times working 16 hours a day. Really just showing up, dressing well to work, making myself stand out, working on my personal branding, which is so important, right? You want people to, when they think of you, you want them to think of you for the things you're doing right, not the things you're doing wrong, right? Calling out sick all the time, coming into work, not dressed appropriately or not groomed. Although, I'm not groomed right now, but shout out to my barber who is not feeling too well, so I'll be seeing him hopefully soon. But maintaining that personal, branding, which is so important for you to get ahead. And so that's what I did. I honed on those skills and stayed consistent in my process. And after a year of being there was an opportunity that came up. And that opportunity was to work in a different department. Now, this is when I really started preaching and practicing this quote, which is, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. What does that mean, right? I was very uncomfortable taking on this new role. I was very uncomfortable and really, pretty nervous to start this role. A lot of people were talking about, in this role, not everyone's happy, everyone's upset. You're gonna get yelled at, you're gonna get bitched at, and I'm over here listening to people that's been in the same damn role for 5, 10, 15 years, okay? People that said that, yeah, they heard from their old colleagues, this, that, the other. And for me, I'm just thinking, all right, listen, I'm just going to go in there. I already accepted the job. I'm going in there. There's no turning back. And I'm going to make the best out of the situation. I'm going to make the best of the opportunity at hand. And when you go in with that mental awareness, right? That positive energy, being able to acknowledge that things won't come easy, right? And man, life isn't easy. I'm going to tell you right now, life is not easy. I went into that role thinking, all right, I'm going to be the boss, right? I'm going to do what I need to do to be the boss. And mind you, there's about 50 people in my department at this time now that I just moved into. Only 2 management positions. And so for me, it was a pay bump, right? So I ended up, at this point, I'm making like 17 something an hour. I just turned 21 and I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm feeling myself. No college degree. Barely made it out of high school. And, I'm just this kid that grew up, with little, with very little. And I'm thinking, all right, like I'm doing something, right? I just align myself with the universe, right? It's about, and I tell people this all the time, man, believe in something, right? I believe in God, right? I believe in the power of manifestation. I believe what you put out there is what you get back, right? And you got to believe in something, man. Life is not worth living without faith, right? So I came into this role, new car, met some really important people in at this time of my life, that, so many blessings, man, so many blessings. And I just worked really hard. And one of the things that I understood at that point was the easy things you do in life will provide a hard life. And I heard this quote, I don't even know how long ago, but the challenging things in life that you do, the hard things you do in life, will provide you a good life. And I'm over here, trying to understand that, and it made sense to me, right? You go into a pond, you're going after the biggest fish, right? And even if you don't, the outcome that you go in there isn't the outcome that you want, the experience, man, the experience you're going to gain from taking on some of the most challenging opportunities are unlike others, right? Like, I could go in there and go after a couple small fishes and, beat them pretty easily, but what am I really gaining from that experience, right? How am I really moving up? How am I really doing better? You got to go after those challenges, man. You're going to be challenged in life, and you got to learn how to surpass those challenges, and that's what's going to allow you to be, great, right? That's what's going to allow you to do well. So I'm in my role and worked really hard, always the yes man, right? Always saying yes. I want to, give me a new project. Yes, I'm willing to stay overtime. Yes, whatever it is, I'm the yes man. People think of it as being, a brown nose or what people might say, teacher's pet, whatever it is, right? But you need to understand, right, that you're trying to move up, you're trying to get promoted. You got to be noticed. You got to do things that other people are not willing to do so you can get noticed. And you, again, want to be noticed for the right things, okay? Did that in less than a year. In 9 months, I got promoted to being a supervisor, youngest supervisor in that department, and was able to go ahead and help manage a team of about 50 people, which was so exciting, so rewarding. And from there, just hustled, grind, looking for my next opportunity, right? Where am I going to be able to, get more money? And at this point, I'm already making about $19 an hour or something like that. And again, I'm very open about, about this stuff. Like, we can sit down and talk about this. And I just worked my ass off, man. I just kept working. One of the things is that we get additional monies for upselling, right? Or cross-selling. If someone has a basic product, get them a product that, can detect their falls, get them an additional voice extension, whatever it was. I was making my money in upselling, earning more money, in doing that. Because for me, it's about learning how to work smarter, not harder. And I did that. And in a matter of about 11 months at this point, an opportunity to work in the sales team, first have a real sales job opportunity, presented itself. And this was, you want to make sure what you're doing is you're positioning yourself, to align yourself with the next role, right? I knew for me to get into sales, I had to make sales, even though I'm not in sales. And a lot of people think, that's not my job, right? That's not my job description. Like, those are the people that don't get hired. The people that allows them to go above and beyond. Those are the people that are going to go ahead and get hired. Those are the people that are going to get promoted. And for me, it was about positioning myself for my next role. So I knew I wanted to get into sales. So I knew I had to start producing sales. And because of that, I was actually able to go ahead and get into this job and work in the sales department. And when I got in there, it was retention sales, even harder. A lot of people want to say no. They want to quit. They want, their service or their account. My job is to turn that around and say yes. Help them understand and believe in the product again, right? And it was a great product. In those about almost a year I was in that role, we were getting monthly commissions, where just one monthly commission alone, I made $5,000. And I'm over here thinking, damn, this is the fucking, excuse my language, this is the most money, man, that I've made off one check. Like, this is crazy. Like, there's money to be made in sales. And I ended that year, right, around 23 years old now, ended that year making $85,000 working for this company, and I was also doing, side hustle, side work, making, going ahead and doing car details, finding other ways to grow my income. In that year, 23 years old, I made my first ever 6-figure income, which I thought was impossible. Now that I've made it, I have bigger goals, larger goals for my income. But, I learned that I traded a lot of time for that money, right? And I worked so much to make that kind of money, and for me it wasn't worth to make that kind of money, and having to work so hard. But this is really a message in being persistent, being consistent, working on your personal branding, working on being, a leader, right? Setting examples and being the best in what you're doing. And so if there's anyone that's looking for any kind of inspiration or hope, just understand that I'm not the only one that's done this. A lot of people have crushed their goals this year. I have friends that became real estate agents, friends that started their own business, friends that have taken on business. I know people that bought businesses, bought their first house, bought real estate, and every single one of them will tell you, man, life is not easy. And if you expect it to be easy, then, you don't know what's coming, man. Like, you really don't. And you got to prepare yourself, and you got to work hard. You're going to have long nights. You're going to have early mornings. You're going to have days so packed filled that when you get home, you're going to try to go to sleep and you can't. You're going to have your mind racing about all the other things that you probably either couldn't have done or you need to do. And so my advice, guys, is work smart, not hard, but understand it's not going to be easy. And I just, again, want to thank you so much for following the page, doing what you guys been doing to support me, and allowing me to then return the favor. And again, anyone that knows, or a family, anyone that may need it for themselves, please reach out to me. I want to go ahead and give someone the Thanksgiving dinner that for them and their family that maybe they can't provide. I want to give back in that way, because this year is very, very important. 2020 has been very hard for a lot of people, and I want people to still have hope, right, in humanity. I want to give back to the families that need help. So I'm looking for one family that still needs that dinner. It's not just a turkey. I'm talking about us going out together, getting to know each other, talking, sharing blessings, right? And me providing for you and your family your entire dinner. So if you know anyone that needs a Christmas dinner, a Thanksgiving dinner, everyone's already going ahead and jumping through Christmas. Excuse me for that. But if you know anyone that needs a Thanksgiving dinner, please reach out, guys. That offer is still on the table. And don't hesitate to share this message with anyone. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Continue to watch out for actual content here that I'm going to be sending out. Every day, or every couple of days, I'm looking to share something that is meaningful, powerful, that's going to help you again succeed in life. All right, guys. Thank you so much for everything, everyone. And one thing I'm thankful for is for everyone that's been able to share this experience with me. I will say I've been so nervous to get in front of the cameras and do this for people. Now I overcame being uncomfortable. Remember, be comfortable with being uncomfortable, guys. If you need anything, reach out. I'm always available. Thank you so much, and God bless.